Brands were looking for a home that was different from the high street. And BOXPARK specifically caters for brands. My first 3 jobs I memorably got the sack from. So I think my first 18 months I had 3 jobs and I got sacked 3 times. I just realised that I wasn't, I could either start my own business or become a long-term unemployed. I started a brand called BOXFresh. And we started by importing American sportswear from New York. We brought over like baseball gear, collegiate gear before it was really in. And this is like back in 1989. And then I spent sort of 20 years, I guess, in the streetwear industry, sort of building up BOXFresh from a market store to quite a reasonably large brand. I just fell into fashion because that's what I knew. That was my only other passion. I was sort of like hopelessly sort of wandering from one thing to another. But actually I liked, my clothes and what I wore. So I just followed my natural instinct. We were all about the streets and seeing what was in the streets. And I always had this mad fascination for containers. And because I liked industrial design, and I always thought containers looked quite cool, but I also equated it to success because containers transport goods. And I always wanted to get to a stage where I was selling enough goods that it would be shipped in a container. I wanted to then create an individual store in the UK. My friend used to run a burger joint and he could just plonk his burger sort of trailer, wherever he wanted. I thought, I just want to plonk my BOXFresh container store wherever I wanted. The new owners didn't want to do that, actually thought the idea was crazy. And then when I was a consultant, I saw that other companies had done container stores. And normally I would have run away from that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do that idea, but I'm going to make it one step better. I'm going to make a whole mall out of containers. That's never been done before. And I guess that was the birth of BOXPARK. What it is the world's first pop-up mall. A place in which people that really identify with the brands that BOXPARK have got can just feel comfortable about coming down here. What we try to do is create a level playing field here where both bigger brands and smaller brands can afford to come into BOXPARK. And this is truly unique in that perspective. I'm particularly proud of the fact that we have attracted a lot of brands here who are small brands that don't have stores anywhere else in the UK, and this is their first store. Brands like Abuse, which have only got 1 store in the UK, and this is their only store in the world. Urban Ears, this is their first ever store. I've worked for 20 years in brands, and I think one of the things that you should do in life is that you should sort of follow your dreams. So when I was young, I was really into sort of streetwear clothing, and we were lucky enough to be at the sort of forefront of streetwear clothing with BOXFresh back in the day. And I now have got a sort of love of sort of architecture, I guess, and that sort of happens naturally with with age. And I'm pleased that I'm able to make my dream, which is my dream was to create a truly unique retail space for brands, bringing together all the experiences that I've had over my 20 years. My name's Roger Wade, I'm CEO of BOXPARK. I'm a creative entrepreneur.